He pointed toward the monument to King Pedro the Fourth, and the strange fellow then declared that the figure represented there was not our king. He was, in fact, Maximilian I, the Emperor of Mexico. An unknown Portuguese had bought the statue, which was on sale in Paris, given that the aspiring emperor had been shot even before he was crowned. They had saved costs and gained luster, and the man reiterated that statues, like imperial narratives, were no different from one another. This king is walking, but if he was riding a horse, you would see for yourself that even the horse is the same. For the rest, these recent weeks have gone by as if time were standing still. I can, however, tell you a more personal story, though it is one that gives me pleasure to share. Some days ago, Imani's father came to visit me. For a minute, I feared he was coming to get even with me over my attempted advances on his only daughter. This was why I greeted him with such bonhomie. "Good day to you, Katini Unzambe." "You are a soldier, sir, and you shouldn't call me by my name. Soldiers aren't interested in anyone's name." "So what are you doing here?" "I've come to give you a litter, one I made myself." "And what would I want with a litter?" "Why, to journey through the bush, of course, just as all the Europeans do." "But I'm not like all the Europeans. I've got my legs, and I like to tire them out." "You are a good man, sir, but be careful, boss, for here in Nkokolani, goodness and weakness speak the same tongue." Then he revealed that, while he was walking through the forest, he thought of giving me a tree, an entire tree, complete with roots, trunk, branches, and leaves. With such a gift, he would be offering me the sky, the earth, and time. But since he couldn't do this, and besides, given that I had refused a litter, he would offer me a hen. A hen? I had no time to show any misgivings, for he began dragging over a rough wooden cage with a well-fed, brown-feathered chicken inside it. "Where you see a hen, sir, I see eggs. And when there are no more eggs, meat. Meat for a week's worth of curry." I took the hen out of the cage, and she wasn't at all frightened. Nor did she scamper off. Rather, she nestled by my feet like a cat. "I'm going to give her a name," I announced, moved by the creature's gentility. "Please don't do that," the poor black fellow begged in alarm. "If you do that, this hen will never again think she's a hen, and she'll invade your dreams just as you, boss, will invade hers." Ever since then, I have shared the intimacy of my home with a hen. Contrary to the advice I had received, I named her Chestnut. During the day, I leave her in the backyard. During the night, I shelter her inside the house to keep her from being devoured by genets. In the half-light of my room, under the flickering light of the oil lamp, Chestnut looks at me with gratitude, and then hides her head under her wing. I recall her former owner's warning, and am amused by the thought that the hen is dreaming, in Portuguese, my own dreams. I hope that, in exchange, I have the same dreams as hers, which are no doubt less oppressive. Yesterday, Katini knocked at my door once again. I peered through the window and saw him standing in the yard, clutching a huge xylophone. This time he hadn't brought the product of his craftsmanship as a present. Knowing that I was unwell, he offered to play in order to alleviate my suffering. Music, he said, is capable of chasing away illnesses and ghosts. I waited for him to sit down in the yard, eyes closed, the sticks pointing vertically, up into the heavens. He played a few loose notes as if he were plucking up courage. At last he spoke in a slow, labored Portuguese. "I am going to play the music of the Portuguese." "The music of the Portuguese?" "A song the priest taught me. He told me it was the anthem of Portugal." He immediately started to chortle the words, badly pronounced, but in perfect tune. "The truth shall not be eclipsed. The king shall not be deceived. No, let us proclaim—" I interrupted him gently. I smiled sadly.